here is my sample essay. I have an introduction and one body paragraph for you. You have access to this in the Google Drive so that you can read it there. But what I want you to try to do is pause me in just a moment and go through and identify the parts of the introduction that we've talked about, including my thesis statement, and then go through my one body paragraph and see where all 5 parts that we've talked about are in my body paragraph. So go ahead and take a moment and do that. Okay, so you should have in my introduction found that I have at the beginning my hook, which in my case is a personal story. You do not have to have a personal story. And in fact, some of your topics you probably won't, depending on what topic you chose. But we've talked about many different ways to get your reader hooked and get them interested, so you can use any of those. After my hook, I have given you a brief summary of my article. I used an article and not one of the Frontline documentaries because I didn't want to steal anybody's topic and write their paper for them. So we're pretending that my CNN article is one of the Frontline documentaries. So in this whole section, what I have done is provided the background information, the summary that my reader needs. After that, there I finally get into my thesis. I end my body paragraph with that because that's the strongest place to put it, and you want your thesis at the end of your introduction. Then we move on to my body paragraph. Hopefully you could identify that the very first thing in a body paragraph is my topic sentence. In this case, in my topic sentence, oops, flip that back to the other color for you. In this case, in my thesis, I am claiming this part. It is necessary for doctors and others to do more research before converting to robotic surgery. So in this particular paragraph, that is a very big topic, so I have to narrow it down. So in this particular paragraph, I'm going to argue that the robotic surgery can't account for every incident that might come up. So that is why it's very explicitly stated in my topic sentence. After that, you can see several pieces of evidence that I have. Facts, figures, statistics, whatever it might be. And we're going to go ahead and highlight those blue. So there is some evidence. Here is a specific quote from a doctor. That definitely has to count as evidence. So we'll highlight that. Another doctor, and through here, more evidence. Have to highlight that. But you also know it's not enough just to throw in those quotes from the experts. I have to actually embed it. And this is where you have my statements like this. The article explains. That is embedding a quote. I say, according to Rosa. That is attribution, embedding a quote. That is exactly what you want to be able to do. Where I talk about explained by Dr. Martin, that is embedding the quote. You need those attribution phrases. You have a handout for that. It's also in the Google Drive. If you lose it, you must have those attribution phrases. Once you've done that, make sure you have your parenthetical citations. Mine are right here. I had 2 direct quotes, so I need 2 parenthetical citations. And then what we're left with is everything else in this paragraph that is my commentary, my opinion, backed up, supported by the things that the research shows and the experts say. So you can see that I have a really good balance. If this blue is my thoughts, there's definitely more blue than there is pink, which are the experts. So we know that my paragraph is mostly my ideas, but using support from others. Okay? Now, you've gone through that, so now I'm going to show you how to format your paper. This is for those of you who are asking how to do it in Google Docs. So, step 1, I need 1-inch margins. So I come up here to File, Page Setup. I change my margins. Everything's 1 inch. I'm good to go. I click OK. I need 12-point Times New Roman font. So I come to Edit, Select All. Right here is my font. I change that to Times New Roman. And this to 12 point. I also need to double space it. So I come over to Format, Line Spacing, and change it to double. And the last thing I need to do is insert we talked about we need a last name and page number at the top right. So I come to Insert, Page Number. This very first one will give me the proper formatting, so you can see it adds a page number, but I also want my last name, so I'm going to click before it and add my last name, and I double check by highlighting it. Yes, it is Times New Roman 12 point, so I'm good to go. Okay, so hopefully this showed you how to write your body paragraphs and format your paper correctly. Good luck.